adverts that we made did give us that nice bit of extra traction and momentum to really get those last deals done and get the sales that we wanted ideally. And as you said, it's been a nice continuous influx of new leads. The cost per result is very good. I think I can recall for myself, at one point we were even under, I think we were about 7 or 8 rand a lead.
Yeah.
So, James, for a while before we started working with you, we were doing the old traditional, a lot of physical signage. So, as lots of agents will use pointer boards, that kind of thing. And they do definitely have their place in advertising, but your reach is very localized and limited. So, it requires the prospective purchaser to really be within not even a kilometer of the property or development that you're selling. I mean, you'll know Facebook is a massive platform, and I looked at it and said, how can we tap into this network of, I think Facebook's got, what's it, 3-4 billion users, something like that. I mean, obviously that's on a large scale, but the reach and exposure we could get for the development could be massively increased by using Facebook and Instagram. So yeah, we were just using a lot of physical signage. We did use Property 24, which is a great platform. It brings very sort of qualified leads. But yeah, not everyone will be on it. It's got quite a small number of users when you compare it to something like Facebook. So yeah, boards, Prop 24. We did do a little bit of marketing on before on Facebook, but no ad campaigns, just sort of a few sponsored posts, but we really saw little to no results actually from that. So to use quite a blunt example, it was like when you've been through 2 or 3 bad girlfriends and you finally found the winner. Yeah, all jokes aside, James, we used a few other providers before Creed, and we really weren't happy. From the get-go, the actual turnaround time from getting content out, from us obviously supplying it to actually getting it live, was long. The communication was quite thin, and we really weren't happy. So with you guys, what we noticed from the get-go was your turnaround time to actually getting ads live was a lot quicker than what we were used to. And the way you guided us through that process as well was very clear, very transparent, very easy to understand. And I work with Steve, and he's not the most technologically inclined, but even he was able to keep a grasp on what we were actually doing at the various points. So yeah, I think the biggest thing was the communication as well. It was very good. You guys were always looking to see where you could add more value in certain places, what you were doing. It's weekly check-ins, all that kind of thing. I really think makes a great difference. I think you obviously joined the project at quite a late stage, but regardless, the Woodland was a very exciting development that we did in Mhlongo. It offered quite a unique type of housing for that area. It appealed to lots of young professional families. The proximity to the school were all great selling points that we were able to really hammer home with the marketing that we did with you guys. We were able to get that appeal of the closeness to the schools, the modern living. We're really able to drive that and market that with the ad creatives and various targeting that we really did with you. And yeah, as we said earlier, we really are just down to one unit there. Probably around September, I think, of last year, and we were actually quite new to running ads with you guys. I think if you recall, we sort of started, I think, in that month, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And we had a lead come in. As the volume was quite good at the time, but it just seemed like another lead to us, and we did reach out to him, set up a viewing with the client. He came through, really liked it. I think his wife was away at the time in China, so we said we'll meet again a week later. She came through, also loved the property, And then, yeah, we did the offer, and it was a successful sale. That ultimately the lead came from one of their ad creatives that we put out there on Facebook. And yeah, it was a great way to hook that potential purchaser. He reaffirmed us that, yeah, he recalls seeing the advert, making the inquiry, and then we obviously contacted him. So yeah, I think that one stands out to mind. It was the first one that we got from you guys, and quite early on really into the whole process. So one can always look at the cost of something, but what you really have to bring it back to is the actual value that you'll get from it. And the sheer amount of leads that we've got to been able to phone, and above and beyond that, actually getting viewings from these leads, it keeps us a lot busier, So I would say don't be particularly put off by the costing of it. Look more towards the actual value you'll get in terms of driving more leads, viewings, and sales. If the sales come in and the revenue goes up, that pretty much justifies that spend. I mean, assuming it's not anything crazy, but it wouldn't. Yeah, I think that's it. It's once you see the leads coming in, it gives you a lot of relief. So.